My question is to the Prime Minister. Can the Prime Minister confirm that it is still his government's policy to cut $80 billion over the next decade from Australian hospitals and schools?
Hear, hear. The Treasurer.
Exactly. Very good ministry.
Mr Speaker, I'm pleased to confirm, as those opposite would know, and I thank the Prime Minister for the opportunity to advise the House, that total Commonwealth schools funding increases from the 15-16 budget year from $15.7 billion. There'll be a 7.4% increase. 16-17 there'll be $17 billion, 8.1% increase. In 17-18, $18 billion, a 6% increase, and in 18-19, at the end of the forwards, up to $18.8 billion. Mr Speaker, goes up every single year in education, and I can say the same thing about hospitals, Mr Speaker. It increases from $16.4 billion up to $18.9 billion over the budget and forwards. But what I find puzzling about those opposite questions, Mr Speaker, is they seem to be suggesting to the Australian people that they're going to be committing to some other form of increased spending by the nature of their question. But we know, Mr Speaker, that they have given no commitment whatsoever anywhere to talk about the levels of spending that they're now suggesting. And they're trying this three-card trick with the Australian people, Mr Speaker, by raising these issues. But what they have a problem with is something very specific. They have more than $50 billion in black hole, Mr Speaker, when it comes to their failure to identify savings and failure to identify the revenue to pay for all these things they say they can. What you'll get from us, Mr Speaker, is complete transparency about these issues. Complete transparency. We say what we spend and we say what we save, and we know we need to get greater control on spending. Those opposite are putting it on a great falsehood to the Australian people by pretending in this area. They are saying that they will increase spending in these areas, but they have nothing to pay for it. But that's what we saw in the last. That's what we saw when they were in government, as they dug Australia deeper and deeper and deeper into debt. Those opposite have learnt nothing, absolutely nothing, from their time in the opposition. That's why they'll never be ready to come back to government.